It's been a couple of weeks since we've had an Alex Jones, I think, on the show, and he's going to talk about the Quebec City attack. You know, the one where a white supremacist alt-right guy that is a Trump supporter, who Fox News reported as a Moroccan, which is not true, as he walked into a mosque and shot up a bunch of people. Anyway, Alex has his own beliefs about what really happened there, and they're not going to surprise you because we've heard this all before. Here we go.
Oh, they've got a list of over 20 million people. Soros has a database of 20 million through MoveOn, and they hit the button now. And what I've noticed at all these demonstrations is they're led by Muslims. Muslims are leading in this country an insurrection. It's incredible.
Right. And I saw
What?
The fuck does that even mean?
What the shit fuck does that?
I guess he's trying to say that the women's march was all led by Muslim women.
Yeah, because you know how progressive they are when it comes to women's rights.
Yeah.
What?
And
you know, they're super accepting of trans people too, right, Marissa?
Yeah,
the Muslims?
totally. They love us.
Yeah.
When's your fatwa coming through, I wonder?
Yeah.
Pending. But I find it funny that I posted a meme on the Utah Outcasts Facebook page earlier today about how it's like one of those little golden books that you used to see as a kid. And I'm trying to bring up the exact verbiage of it right here because he did jump straight to it, and it says right here, "Everyone I don't like is funded by George Soros. The emotional child's guide to acting without thinking." A story on how everything that is not George Soros magically is. This is fucking amazing because it shows Alex Jones crying with the giant box of tissues. And he jumped that shark immediately. And it's only going to get worse. Here we go.
Right there.
It might have been in Dallas, Fort Worth, but they were doing the call to prayer, you know, the lined up like magnetic filings, you know, towards their cult object over there in Mecca, you know, with the butts in the air.
Oh, hey.
With their butts in the air.
Oh.
Okay.
My God, could you be any more dismissive?
This description of human fucking beings as if they are fucking insects. He's describing them as if they're fucking insects. All right, you know what? There's been some goddamn brilliant Muslims and there's been some goddamn brilliant Christians. I mean, there was a Catholic who discovered the Big Bang Theory, for fuck's sake. Like to talk about them as if they were insects and as if they were these crawling massive things just coming to overtake your very existence, that were unthinking, unfeeling. These are human beings. They are apes the same as you and I. And if you just took a second to acknowledge your evolution, you would understand that shit.
Well, I wonder how hardcore Christians like this guy would feel when we make fun of how they pray. Like, I mean, you're closing your eyes and pretending to be serious. I mean, how do you like that? Do you like that app description? Yeah, Felicia's doing on the video here the Mormon prayer where you fold your arms and you tuck your head down and
you look very serious.
It answers the Jay Whitaker question of I don't know what to do with my hands when you're receiving. Never mind, we're not going to go down that one. Yeah, or you know the spectacles, testicles, wallet, watch thing from the Catholics, or if you really want to make fun of somebody, you could just make fun of the prayer in general. You don't have to make fun of how they do it. It's just the fact that they do it. At least that's how I see it. But.
And everyone's prayer is so much better than the other ones. It's not ridiculous to like touch your body in weird spots. Like, why am I touching my shoulders now?
He's gonna totally listen to my intercessory prayer about the Bowling Green massacre. He's gonna totally hear me about this.
No, like seriously, like how ridiculous! Like they're like, oh yeah, they get down on their knees and they get into a comfortable position. That honestly, have you ever done the Muslim prayer position? It's actually quite nice on opening the hips. It's opening the hips. But like the Catholics are like, no, we just move our hands in front of our face. Oh, and by the way,
go watch the Young Pope. Catholic school. Go watch the Young Pope. That's a very interesting show.
I went to Catholic school. I will never, ever do the sign of the cross wrong. It's head, shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder. You do it wrong, you're doing it wrong. It's left shoulder, right shoulder. Everyone always goes head, chest, right shoulder, left shoulder. That's stupid. That's
Now, what was
stupid.
the-
Why are you
what
doing
was-
stupid?
Was Stephen Merchant that was the what the hell was the movie that I saw? It was a British comedy where they pretended to be priests. I can't remember what it was, but it's like it's spectacles, testicles, wallet, watch, where he does the sign of the cross. Funny.
That works out.
Whatever. Yeah, it works exactly.
Superman has to cock the wrist or it doesn't count.
And from out of left field, Riss wins the fucking podcast. Yay.
I did a thing.
Let's let Alex continue with their degradation of actual people. So here we go.
In American airports, so at any point they could shut airports down. I mean, so if there's something bigger, and which is where I'd like to kind of talk about Quebec, because I think
Quebec.
Quebec.
Really?
Quebec?
Quebec.
I
That's
haven't
where
pre-listened to this.
That's where the person in the coffin from Moby Dick came from, right? It was Quebec's coffin.
Yeah.
They all slept in beds with other men at the same time. That was a complete normal thing back then.
No,
Yeah, they
no,
did.
that's queer.
I'm listening.
They did.
I actually sat down the path of reading Moby Dick one time.
I'm so sorry.
I got about 100 pages in, and I'm like, why? Why am I reading Quebec?
Quebec.
Like, you guys know enough English and people should know enough borrow words from other languages. Like QUE doesn't exactly say qui.
Quebec.
You
Quebec
could be
is the American way, but
Quebec.
Quebec?
Quebec.
That's
yeah.
assuming a lot
Quebec?
of our fellow Americans, actually understanding other people's languages, and which we don't. Especially these guys. You got okay. Alex Jones listeners,
Also,
you won. Your guy won. Your show should not exist anymore. Your guy won.
You can go
also,
away now.
Quebec
your ratings
is-
should be plummeting. Utah Outcasts, Inciting Incident should all be going way the fuck up there.
share it with your friends. Share it with your friends.
So I'm floored that Alex Jones still has an audience. Like, well, yeah, we did it, guys.
Quebec
We won.
is French.
We need to
Quebec
talk
is
about them
French.
fucking Muslims. It's like, what? Quebec.
It's French.
You mean the
It's
attack
French.
on the Muslims? They've spun this that this is a terror attack on Muslims. Some outlets are even saying because of Trump. No, it's jihadis killing other Muslims. Break it down.
right, but there's another.
Break it down.
Bring it down.
Wait. Oh, no. We gotta walk this back. We gotta walk this back for a second. He's like,
Yeah.
nobody's killing other Muslims. So don't let them come here so more jihadis can kill more Muslims?
No, here's the thing.
Really?
The whole
Really,
ban on
Mr.
Muslims,
Jones?
Mr. Trump, I want you to know that when
He
you
doesn't
say
get that.
Muslims are not welcome in America, you're kind of playing into ISIS and everybody else's role, saying, yeah, why do you want to try to be part of America? They hate Muslims there.
Right. Yeah, no,
You're
they're
feeding right into that shit.
absolutely it's absolutely into that. It's playing into their recruiting efforts.
Man.
To this now, the Daily Beast, you can see what the frequency they're on is. They're totally on receive mode. The Daily Beast actually ran a fake news story showing.
Oh God, I hate
two
the fact
white
that fake
guys,
news
like,
is a real
at
thing
rifle
now.
range with their names as the shooters. They had to take it down
Okay.
after a couple of hours. So some fake news site puts up,
Okay.
two French Canadian
Hang on,
white guys
let me
with
finish.
guns. Daily Beast has got it running immediately.
Soros could have.
Okay.
He jumped
Real
to Soros
quick.
again. Yeah.
So the fake news thing became a trending topic amongst mainstream media, the regular middle lane media, because they were talking about actual fake news stories that were circulating during the election that caused misinformation and probably destabilized our election. They undermined our democracy. Oh, by the way, Russia actively participated in from the Kremlin itself.
They paid
and that's
for websites to make blog posts and share them on
Literal-
social media.
literal fake news, literal things
Oh, yeah.
that had not ever occurred. Absolute fake. And that's where that term came from, fake news. And now somehow the right has co-opted this to talk about
Mainstream media is
actual
now
news.
fake news,
Literal news. Literal actual news is now fake.
They went from
It's
talking
like-
about news becoming mainstream media for like the last 15 years or so to now it becoming fake news because it's not Fox.
Exactly. They've literally co-opted the term to say anything that does not sell our actual point of view is fake.
Mm-hmm.
Another point of view.
Unfinished.
Millions of people on the street. The burn down of the cities begins.
I think that what happened in Quebec
We haven't burned cities
was
out in Quebec.
an abortive false in Quebec City was a FUBAR false flag operation.
Yeah.
Typically, suicide jihadists don't do these kind of things like a commando. Omar Mateen didn't wear a black mask and have a getaway plan. The San Bernardino killers didn't wear black masks and have a getaway plan.
No, I get it. If you're going to run a
what-
false flag against Muslims, you obviously have Muslims do it, but then they get caught. I noticed they were in tactical gear and covered and ran. They usually kill themselves when it's a real Islamic attack.
The Alexander Bisson.
Look, most anybody that's caught after a mass killing kills themselves because it's better than spending the rest of your fucking life in jail. Am I wrong? I mean, I don't.
The Columbine killers killed themselves too. A
And
lot of mass
being-
shooters,
Being
mostly
caught,
white.
being caught in
Yeah.
tactical gear, you can buy
Doesn't
that shit on
mean
Amazon,
anything.
guys.
Yeah,
And the fact is,
that doesn't mean anything at all.
they're bringing up all this other claptrap bullshit that they're saying here, not coming into the whole thing that the guy that did the shooting in Quebec was a white dude, was a
Yeah.
Trump supporting
Fake.
white dude.
Fake news.
It's fake
Fake
news.
news.
I don't believe it. It's not true. I don't believe it
There
at
it is.
all.